Um, this is about my recent foray in foray into the virtual live stream world of AlienScientist, aka Jeremy Rise, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, but and his cohorts, his collaborators in attempting to replicate anti-gravity propulsion technology, and they were super nice to me, and so they said that maybe I could, that people enjoyed the show and that they'd like to have me back, but I don't really see that happening because it's probably what I said to them might not ever sink in anyway. Because one thing I didn't mention on the show is that my quantum mechanics professor said that everyone should learn quantum mechanics as their first physics course, because otherwise they get brainwashed with the wrong foundation of science by classical physics. And so this is a structural problem of society, and what I exposed in 2001, 20 years ago, as the actual matrix plan of the quote-unquote music logarithmic spiral. And this is from the work of Andrija Puharich with the CIA and the Institute of Advanced Study at Princeton and the UN think tank connected to the Theosophists, and whether those particular groups or individuals continue working together or not. It doesn't matter, because it's a structural mathematics argument. It's a trajectory, much like Marxism. So it's what I call the surplus value of consciousness. And so in the very ending of my talk for Jeremy's live stream, I mentioned how the heaven and hell is based on the frequency in the body, and not just the frequency, but the intention that powers the frequency. And so in in Taoist alchemy, intention originates from the pancreas. And one of my longtime correspondents from when I first started on the internet, and I think he's in Brazil. He's Brazilian, and he said that my pancreas energy was low, and this is because he took up the Qigong meditation early on, and now he's an advanced practitioner in meditation. And so he was reading my research when I first started posting it on the Guerrilla News Network, what was called GNN. Back then it was like a progressive political website started by two independent journalists. And in the end, there was a anti-liberal sort of right-wing shutdown of the website. The people using the website got caught up in the fact that the owners of the website got a Ford Foundation grant, and the Ford Foundation was a conduit of CIA money. And this is what my dad also did for his PhD research, is he got a Ford Foundation grant. And I was reading Professor Christopher Simpson, a history professor at American University, and he details how all the overseas Ford Foundation grants had to be cleared by the CIA through their Russian Institute at Columbia University in New York, and that the Russia Institute was a CIA front. And of course, my dad was researching he was critiquing socialism in Sweden. So obviously the CIA would be interested in that kind of research. And he never finished his PhD. But he went on to his legal career as a corporate attorney, civil attorney. And so my point being that the medium is the message, as that the Canadian guy said, McCullen or whatever. And so when we communicate via the interwebs, we automatically are assuming a religion of technology, quote unquote, whereas the surplus value of consciousness is really the time frequency uncertainty principle as the quantum measurement problem. And it's what Roger Penrose called proto-consciousness. And as Penrose points out, gravity has the opposite entropy as matter. And so this is what drives the ecological crisis and the destruction of life on Earth, is that we think of civilization and technology as progress, but it's cut off from the foundation of reality because it's actually increasing the entropy of space-time due to the inherent symmetric mathematics of logarithms and the exponential function. So this is rediscovered in quantum physics as the non-commutative phase math that creates the time frequency uncertainty principle. And so if people are trained in standard physics, then they're obsessed with the rest frame and the speed of light as the invariant, and then the technological precision based on standard science. But all of that, it ignores the ecological crisis that science has created and is accelerating from the very wrong mathematics that math professor Borzakini calls the deep pre-established disharmony as the quote guiding evolutive principle of science. And this is again the music logarithmic spiral. So this is the actual matrix plan that I exposed, and what the AlienScientist is basically promoting without any choice, just because that's their structural training, and people get hardwired so that they're mind controlled by the wrong mathematics from the age of 14. This quest for precision